Hi, good morning. So, in the last session, we have solved some problems on neutron. That means number of neutron. How to calculate number of neutron present in the different chemical species. So, in that regard, I got some what assignments also, and I'm very happy that you all send some of the examples, extra examples. So that will be very good, right? So again, student, you go through the different books. You will be getting a more different number of such examples, so that when you can come to know what type of example they might ask you in your examination. So and after this, one more thing we saw, that is molecular weight. I mean, or molecular mass, we can say molecular mass, how to calculate molecular mass, right? So we left in between only with this molecular mass. I mean, I have just calculated only one example how to, and I have shown how to calculate the number of, the molecular mass or the molecular weight of different chemical molecules. I mean, if any chemicals, if they have given you to and asking about the molecular mass, means what we need to do, first of all we have to calculate the number of number of different elements present in that given example, and then go with the molecular mass of that particular element, and then you add them, definitely you will get one value. So that is nothing but what we can say, the molecular mass of that particular molecule or a compound, right? So in that regard we will see some more examples today, right? So molecular, see one more, I explain once again, I will explain what is molecular mass. I mean, how to calculate the molecular mass. Let us take example CH3, CH2, CH3, right? If this example is given and they are asking to find out the molecular mass, means first what we need to do, you just try to check the different elements present in the given compound. So this is our compound. So here in this compound, what we can say is there are two type of elements. One is carbon, right? So one type is carbon, and other element is hydrogen. There are only two different. If I see the complete molecule, then in a molecule, what I can say is there are two different elements. What are those? Carbon and hydrogen. That's all. So now, what is our duty is to count the number of carbons and the number of hydrogens first. See, answer. While writing answer, see, you have to start like this. So how many, there means there are carbon. So how many carbons are there? See, 1, 2 and 3. So therefore 3 carbons plus add, right? The number of elements present in a given compound, we have to add it. So now see how many number of hydrogens are there. So the next element is hydrogen, and how many hydrogens are there? 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. So that means 8 hydrogen atoms are present. So now in the next step, what you need to do is, already I have requested you to see or to remember the molecular mass of at least till calcium, right? So if you did it, then it will be very good for you. Then you can very easily calculate these type of molecular mass in these type of compounds, right? So the molecular mass of carbon is 12, right? Into 3, again there plus hydrogen. Hydrogen means the molecular mass of hydrogen is 1 into 8. So now it is very simple. 12 3s are 36. 36 plus 1 8 are 8 1s are 8. Now See, the total molecular mass of this compound will be 44, right? So like this, one we can calculate the molecular mass of different element of or different chemical compounds, right? So why we require these things means we need I mean we have some calculation part during your first year. So in first chapter itself we have the calculation like mole calculation, mole fraction calculation, right? And normality, molarity. So such things are different things are there to calculate. In that case we require this molecular mass, right? The complete molecular mass will be very important for to calculate the moles and other different quantities, right? So we will take some more examples. So next example will be NH3, right? Ammonia we call. This is called ammonia. So names are also very important. Try to name the compound, right? So here in this example also there are two elements, two different elements. One is nothing but nitrogen and other one is the hydrogen. In next step what we need to do, N is one element. How many N's are there? Only one, right? So nitrogen plus next element is hydrogen, and how many hydrogens are there? There are three hydrogens. You just write three, right? So now nitrogen is nothing but what? 40 into only one nitrogen. So thus you just keep the number of nitrogen. Hydrogen means molecular mass is 1, and now there are three hydrogens. So 40 plus 3 ones are 3, so therefore 3. There are, I mean, the molecular mass of ammonia will be 17, right? So the molecular mass of ammonia will be 17. So now see what happens in case of water molecule, right? What is the molecular mass of water molecule? H2O. So we generally call it as a water, but chemically we call this as a aqua, right? Aqua, right? So now again, how many number of hydrogens are there? You check it out. So there are that means elements are two. In among those two elements, hydrogens are two plus how many oxygen? One oxygen. O into one. O into one. So why? Because the oxygen is only one here. So that's why 1. So now substitute the molecular mass of an element. Hydrogen molecular mass is 1 and there are 2 hydrogens, so therefore 1 into 2. What about oxygen? Oxygen is 16, right? Into only one oxygen, so thus we keep that 1 as it is. So 2 ones are 2 plus 16 into 1, 16. That means the total molecular mass, that means mass we can write it in gram, right? 18 gram we can say directly. So now the molecular mass of water molecule is 18 gram, right? So these are the some examples. I will give you some assignment, right? You just solve these and try to send me, right? So assignment number 1, C6H12O6. Number 2, you just copy these examples so that it will be very easy for you to calculate. So now CH3OH methanol. Number 3, C3, okay, wait, CH3 thrice Cl, right? And one more, last one, NaCl, right? So you calculate the molecular mass of these elements and try to send me, right? So this is all about the molecular mass. And now after knowing how to calculate the molecular mass, you can calculate any type of molecule or any compound you can take, and you can calculate this molecular mass. But you require a molecular mass of an element, then only you can calculate the molecular mass of a compound, right? So that's why you just try to remember the molecular mass up to, I mean, up to calcium. So later, if they give bromine, means definitely they will give you the molecular mass of a bromine element, right? So if they give a big element, I mean, like rubidium, cesium, francium, then definitely they will give you a value, right? I mean, the molecular mass of that particular element. But if we know till calcium, then it will be very easy for us to calculate the different elements, right? So dear students, today this is all about today's class. So I am taking very small class today, since my health is not good. So in tomorrow's class we will, I mean, in the next session on Monday, we will see balancing the equation and writing the reaction. How to write the reaction? What are the? I mean, already we know what are cation, anion, and all. So after knowing this, one we can directly go for the reactions. We will check, and we will how I will show you how to write the reaction, and in reaction what all we need and how the orientation takes place, and then we will see the different part of, I mean, the balancing the equation. So thank you guys.